Hey legends, happy day 5, our last day here of the 2026 Kickoff Challenge. I hope that you've loved it. I really do. And I hope that next year when we decide to do it again, I hope that you'll be back next year with your friends, with your network marketing team, and really start to set the intention now that it's 2027. Obviously, it's not right now. Think about it. It's 2027. The Kickoff Challenge is just about to begin again. In 2026, I did it alone, or in 2026, I did it with 5 of my team, 10 of my team, 100 of my team. How many people are you going to bring with you in 2027? Remember, it's free, right? It's free, and we're gonna do our best to keep it free because we know how much of an impact it makes. We have 14,000 people start. I don't know how many people have reached the end, but it's probably going to be about half of those people. And if you're one of those half, congratulations. But then go and be a small percentage of that half people who makes a big difference in the network marketing space. All right, that's what I want more than anything. So before we get started, as always, I'm going to talk about the action pass. If you haven't already done so, today's really important because tonight at 6 p.m. UK time, right, Friday the 30th of January, 6 p.m. UK time, we're going to do our live Q&A call, which is going to be done on Zoom. All right, the link will be shared inside your email, but also inside the Telegram group chat. Because if you join the Action Pass, you get access to the Telegram group chat, and that's where our 30-day run will start on the 2nd of February, which means once this challenge is over, we have the weekend for a little breather, a little relax, and then we go into the 30-day run, and we break some records as well with daily action steps, daily accountability, positive environment, and you're also going to get access to the full recordings of this challenge and obviously the live Q&A session as well to make sure that you repeat this enough that you learn it so that you can pass it on to a team. Also, don't forget, as soon as Monday the 2nd of February comes, the price of the Dare to Dream live stream tickets will be going up. So don't overpay, right? If you're serious about network marketing, this is a serious event to attend. If you're not serious about network marketing, then please don't attend, right? Please don't. I know it's an investment in yourself, but I promise you will get way more of a breakthrough by attending this 3-day online event than you will by reading 2 books. And that's what the price is at the moment. All right, so let's get into it. Today, and obviously you can click the buttons around here to go establish that. I think you know by now what the situation is, but I obviously have to mention it because some people are watching this one as the first day because they missed the last 4. All right, so there's 2 things I want to talk about today. Number 1 is productivity, because we're talking about action set, right? And then number 2 is I want to give you a challenge. Part of the challenge you already know, but not the full challenge. And I want to see how many of you out there are going to commit to the 3 levels of challenge that I'm going to give you. So let's talk about productivity first. Think about it this way, right? What would build if you want to double your commission, you probably have to double the volume. Right? So if you get, like, let's say you have to get 1,000 volume points for $100, and if you want $200, you probably have to get 2,000. It's not exactly like that, but bear with me here, right? So if you want to double your income, you have to double your volume. How do you double your volume? Well, most people think that the easiest way to double the volume is simply double the team. But there's another way. If you can double the hours of productivity. Because if you're one person, you're making $100 a month, and you're doing 10 hours a month. If you then go to 20 hours a month of productivity, you should, by nature, be able to get to 200. You will actually go above that when you're double the amount of productive because it doesn't work like linear. It will just kind of compound, and that's why you'll find a lot of the top income earners, they work a lot because they understand this rule, and they're also paid very well from an hourly perspective. But let's not talk about that. So if we can get in control of our time spent in the business, the time that we spend in the business we love and not hate because it drives us crazy, then we're going to win. And if we can do that with our team as well, bravo, you are going to crush it. So little history lesson on this because I feel it's important. This is time, and this is hours per week building the business. Most people get it all wrong. They think that when they start, they need to go all in, full time, 50 hours a week, as fast as possible, so that 4 years later, they can work 0 hours a week and earn the residual income, sit on the residual income and never do anything with it, right? Never have to do anything, never touch the business again. That, my friends, is the wrong way about how to build this business. It wasn't designed that way. It wasn't designed, right, drop everything, sacrifice everything, go 50 hours a week, balls to the wall, absolute crazy, and then in 3 or 4 or 5 years, you're gonna retire, live on a beach, and do no work. No, it wasn't designed like that. It was designed more like this. Start by doing 5 hours a week. Get some proof that you like the business, you want to do the business, you fall in love with the model, and it's actually worth it. You're looking for proof and evidence. Then you go to 10 hours a week, then to 20, then to 30, then to 40, then to 50. But by the time you've found enough proof to get to 50 hours a week and you're working full time, the hourly rate will be so high that eventually you'll be doing 80 hours a week. You'll go to bed thinking about the business. You'll wake up thinking about the business. Every conversation you have is about the business. And the hourly rate will be so crazy that you'll be able to go to your partner and say, listen, love, I've got to go to Germany to do a 2-week road tour because I've got a new team there that's blowing up. And they look at you instead of going, 2 weeks. So I've got to look after the kids for 2 weeks. They're going to look at you and say like, yeah, hey, totally get it. In fact, would you like me to book you in at the spa for 2 days with loads of treatments because you're going to be exhausted after 2 weeks on the road, right? And you're like, right? You can't believe it because you've earned the way to get up there. It's not sacrifice and quit everything so everyone around you hates you because you say no to everything around them. Or they say, oh, come to the pub. No, can't. Oh, we should do this. No, can't. Mom, can we go to cinema? No, can't. Building the business. But how much did you make last month? Oh, like $3. So you're saying no to me because you value the business more. Oh, just give me a year and everything will be changed. Guess what? After a year, you'll need another year. And another year. And another year. Don't be afraid of gradually increasing your hours. At 80 hours a week, you'll then be spending a lot of time building leaders on your team. And you'll be building people from 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 until you've got people on your team doing 80 hours a week as well. And you'll find that you'll then go down to 50 hours, to 40 hours, to 30 hours a week, 20 hours a week, and then you'll go up and down from there. Entrepreneurs don't retire. Entrepreneurs choose whether to build the business or not. Entrepreneurs don't retire because they become obsessed with the people that they want to help and the vision. Because money only solves money problems. And when you have no more money problems left, which will take time, then money becomes very, very, very boring. It's hard to explain it when you need it right now, but when you don't need it, it becomes very, very clear. It's about two things: the people that you want to help get out of their situation and the vision that you have for your future self. Tony Robbins talks about this a lot, and he's the legend of all legends. All right, anyway, so here's the sweet spot. Somewhere between 15 and 20 hours. In between 15 to 20 hours a week, that's where the sweet spot is. That's where the sweet spot is. So the question is, how can you get, first and foremost, the people who are doing less than 15 hours a week right now, keep getting the proof that it's going to be worth you spending 15 hours a week. Stop wasting time on personal development, right? Just personal development, just reading books, listening to podcasts. Stop wasting your time thinking about what to post. Stop wasting your time just creating content, and start using your time, those 5 hours a week you've got, to start conversations. Start conversations. Give invitations. Do presentations. And of course, continuations. Those 4 things. Those are the 4 things. Obviously, there's self-leadership in there as well. We kind of do that as a bonus one. You should be doing that anyway if you want to grow as a human being, which is exciting and sexy and ambitious and attractive and appealing, right? But use your 5 hours to do these things until eventually when you're doing 15 to 20 hours a week, it will look something like this. You'll spend 4 hours having conversations. Start finding people. starting conversations, being in the chit chat, that takes quite a lot of time, right? This is with new people, by the way. It's not productive if the conversations are always with your team. That happens after the 15 hours a week, right? So 4 hours conversations. Now, invitations will only take 1 hour. Think about it. And I've done this before, but I'm going to do it again because it's important. Let's go on timer. Stopwatch. Hey Mary, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on a game-changing system to make you some extra money online? No worries if not, just thought I would ask. 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds. Another way of doing this, by the way, is saying, hey Mary, especially if you're having chit chat and you want to transition, is, hey Mary, I know this is a little bit random and a little bit crazy, but I was thinking about you this morning. I know, super crazy. But I just had to ask you, do you keep your options open to making extra money online? Or I'm curious, would you be open to checking out some information on a game-changing system? You can use whatever you want. But if it takes 10 seconds, let's say it takes 30 seconds to ask the question, right, to invite, then that means you can do 100 plus, let's say 120 in 1 hour. That's more than enough in a week, right? Obviously, I don't want to set the standard for you, but I'm just giving you an example. Presentations. Now, presentations is going to take the majority of your time, right? It's going to be probably 8 or 9. Let's say 8, okay? And then maybe two hours of continuation. So let's go 1 hour of following up, we're continuing the conversation, and 1 hour of self-leadership. Let's just say, to be honest, self-leadership shouldn't have any time. You should just do that anyway. Whilst you're driving, you might as well do it. Whilst you're brushing your teeth, you might as well do it. Whilst your family are watching Netflix, you might as well do it. While you're walking the dog, you might as well do it. When you're on the treadmill at the gym, you might as well do it. When you're in the sauna, you might as well do it, right? So if you're able to do all of those things, right? I know there's a lot. It's like, oh my God, like, does this guy have a life? So this is what a productive week looks like. No time for thinking. No time for creating content unless it leads to conversations. But don't overthink it. By the way, an effective piece of social media content probably shouldn't take you any more than 15 minutes to create. If you're spending more than 15 minutes creating content, unless it's a live video, then you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. So here's what you need to do. And I hope you're finding this valuable because it's a game changer. You need to set the time. You need to use things like Google Calendar, and you need to know what you're doing tomorrow, today. You need to know today, before you go to bed, you need to look at your calendar tomorrow and go, okay, I've got that, bump, bump, bump. Okay, great. You need to be able to say, okay, I'm going to do 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, and 30 minutes here. But more important of all, I'm going to have conversations here, I'm going to do invitations here, I'm going to do presentations here, and I'm going to do continuations here. For example, you need to know minute by minute what time you're dedicating to the business and what you're doing in that time. Okay? This is 30 minutes, right? For example. And this is, let's say this is 9, 10, 11, like a Google Calendar, 1, 2, right? All right. Second thing is you need to, then this is harder. Setting the time is actually super easy. You go on Google Calendar, easy. You then decide what time you've got available before the kids wake up, at lunchtime, after the kids go to bed, on a Saturday, on a Sunday. I know everyone's time is different, right? Everyone's time is the same, but everyone's use of time is different. But the second one's harder. I'm so congested. I don't know if you can sound it, but wow, I'm congested. All right? Protect the time. Get really good at saying no. Because I don't know about you, but when I worked from home, when I was living in the UK, building my business, I would get a call every day from someone from the family who also lived in the village. I have a big family in one village, and there's about 40 of us, 30, 40 of us. Hey, Frazer, you're at home. Can you go to the local supermarket and get some milk because we ran out of milk this morning? Hey, Frazer, you're at home. Could you go around to your grandmother's house and mow the lawn? Hey, Frazer, there's a delivery happening at 2:30 p.m. Can you make sure you're at home to take the delivery? Now, if I was in an office, I would be able to say, no, I can't. I'm at work. But saying, for some reason, it was really difficult initially for me to say, no, I can't do that because I'm working from home and no, I just couldn't do it. And the moment that I realized that when you say yes to one thing, you have to say no to another. But if you say no to one thing, you can say yes to another. The best story I have for this, a friend of mine, he really wanted to have Sir Richard Branson speak at his event, right? So he really wanted this Sir Richard Branson. And he basically said to his assistant, listen, here's a blank check for Sir Richard Branson. He can put whatever number he wants on the check for him to be able to, and we'll pay for his travel and everything, for him to literally come to London and speak for 90 minutes. I'll interview him. He doesn't even have to prepare anything. I'll just interview him for 90 minutes. Our audience will go wild for him. They love him. She comes back the day after, says, sorry, can't do it. And he was like, but why? He was devastated. But why? And she said, Sir Richard has 3 goals and 3 focuses at any one time. And unfortunately, your event does not match up to any one of the 3 focuses. So he has to say no. And when I heard that story, I was like, that's what I needed to hear. Because when you say yes to the things that don't matter, when you say yes to the distractions, you have to say no to these things. But if you say no to the distractions, it means you can say yes to these things. And these things are going to be the things that build your business, that are going to enable you to live the life that you really want to live. So you now got to start thinking, okay, if someone comes to me and asks me, hey, Frazer, do you want to go to the pub to watch the football? You've got to be able to say, well, does this help me start a conversation? No. What about an invitation? No. A presentation? No. A continuation? No. Now, I could say to this person, I can come, but will you do me the favor in the halftime in 15 minutes? Let me practice my presentation on you. Yeah, sure, no worries. Bang, there we go. Now it could be worth your time, potentially, right? But don't use that as an excuse to say yes to all the distractions because you're like, oh, I had a conversation with them about the book that I was reading in the car journey. No, all right? So you set the time, you protect the time, and then, this is very important, you reflect on the time. So I have something called Clarity Monday. I've used this for nearly 20 years because I believe clarity is the key. I believe finding clarity is the key, right? Tony Robbins talks about the 6 human needs. The first human need is the need for certainty. Well, I have a network marketing version. I'll share it another time. But the first network marketing need, in my opinion, is clarity. People want to know what to do next. Maybe you're watching this going, yeah, that's me. I need to know hey, tell me what to do and I'll do it. Just give me the step-by-step and I'll do it, right? That's what a lot of network marketers think. Not everyone, but a very high percentage. Same in real life. A lot of people, 90+% of people, 80-something+% of people have the need of certainty. Like, I have to be certain, like, the day's going to go like this and da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm not going to write these down. But I've got 8 questions that I ask myself every Monday morning. And this is just to ensure that I get more and more productive. So I'm going to go through these relatively quickly because I don't have that much time. And then I'm going to go through the challenge, right? The 3-level challenge, which I'm very, very excited about. Okay? So let's do it. Number 1, what am I currently avoiding to do? You know what? I'll make like very small bullet points here. What am I currently avoiding to do? And I want you to really think about these. Like, what's the first thing that comes into your mind when I'm telling you these 8 questions? What's the first thing? And the Clarity Monday, it takes about 30 minutes, right? But in that session, it's the first thing I do on a Monday morning. I usually really plan out the week and make sure that I can get my hours of productivity in. I answer these questions. I set up meetings. I do a lot. I used to do them on Sundays, but then I realized that Sunday was when we had kids. Sunday was a really important family day, and I didn't really want to be doing it on a Sunday. So I switched to Mondays, but it used to be Clarity Sunday, and I do Clarity Monday. Anyway, what are you currently avoiding to do? Are you avoiding the piece of content? Are you avoiding the follow-up? Are you avoiding starting to go live every week? Are you avoiding speaking to your upline? Are you avoiding booking your event ticket? Are you avoiding buying your live stream ticket to Dare to Dream for whatever reason? If it's a financial reason, then that's the worst reason to have, right? I don't want to like go aggressive selling, but I just know this event is perfect for you if you're watching this far into the challenge. If you're on day 5 and you're almost at the end of the whole challenge and you haven't got that ticket yet, I would hope that I've given you enough value for free for you to go, hang on a minute. This challenge was just under 3 hours long. Dare to Dream is like 16 hours in the room, pretty much. Like the value is next level. All right, anyway, enough about that. So what are you currently avoiding to do? All right, how much time were you productive last week? So how many hours did you actually do last week? If you set 15 hours last week, how many of those 15 did you actually do? Right? And again, you're probably not going to have 100%. Could be 14.5, it could be 14.9, but if you do 15 out of 15, I'd be shocked. You might end up doing 17 out of 15, right? Because you're like, you know what, I've got some extra time, or a meeting cancelled, or the appointment I was supposed to go to for my lower back got cancelled, so I decided to do the business instead. All right? Now, similar to this, what time are you committing to the business next week? Like, I say next week, but really in this example, it's this week. So you did 15 hours last week, but you actually did 12. Are you going to set 12 this week and make sure you get 12 out of 12? All right. Number 4, what am I building this month and why does it matter to me? Like, what's my focus this month? Is it a campaign? Is it a person? Is it a promotion? You know what, let's put rank instead. Is it a rank? Is it an event? Because if you try and focus on too many things in the month, you're going to get really overwhelmed. But like we're running a campaign, we're running a kickoff campaign. We really want to help Sarah get to the first rank. We really want to see if we can push to the gold level. We really want to get as many people to the event in January that's happening in February, and so on and so forth. So know your focus. Number 5, am I doing the basics every day? Am I really doing the basics every day, or am I trying to overcomplicate things? Right? Number 6, who am I connecting with this week and where are they in the process? Like, who am I like hit list? Hit list is like a list of people that you really want in the business. There's something about them that you really like, and they've said no before, or they haven't seen the presentation yet, or you haven't contacted them yet. So like, who's on your hit list that you need to speak to this week? Is my content speaking to my ideal prospect? That's number 7. Is my content speaking to my ideal prospect? This is an interesting one, because over the last like almost year, well, up until 2022, I did all my content. And then in 2023, like literally all of it, and I knew exactly what worked. I knew exactly what to do in my live videos. Then I stopped doing my lives, and I hired a company, and I was paying them about $50,000 to $60,000 a year to create content for me, in terms of like, they were taking my videos, they were splicing it up, and the feed looked really cool, but I didn't gain any followers really on Instagram and Facebook, and a bit on TikTok. And I felt like my connection to my audience just went right down. So the beginning of 2025, I made a decision. I'm not going to run any ads. I was spending a lot of money on ads, disgustingly high amount of money on ads. And I'm not going to get anyone do my content. I'm going to do it all. And since then, everything's just rocketed. And I know exactly what content to create for my niche. I always have, but I lost it in a way because I was paying someone else to figure it out for me when I'd already figured it out. I was trying to shortcut the process. Just being completely transparent and vulnerable with you guys. But yeah, spent a lot of money, learned a lot of lessons. Okay? And sometimes when you invest in yourself, it's realizing what you were doing wrong. Not what you need to do, but what you're actually doing wrong. And then number 8, who needs a nudge? Who needs a check-in? Who needs recognition? Who needs a shout out from me this week? Like, who do I need to push over the edge? Who do I need to share a testimonial with? Who do I need to give like a check-in, like, hey, just following up? Who do I need to recognize on the team who's like, hey, you know what? Just want to let you know, you freaking crushed it. Okay? So those are the 8 questions that I ask myself when I reflect on the time. If you set the time, you protect the time, and then you reflect on the time, you're going to win. This business is a game of productivity. If you can productively do the basics and have as many people on your team productively do the basics, whoo, you are going to blow up in a positive way. Big time, baby. A lot of people just aren't. They're just not productive and they're not doing the basics. They overcomplicate it. All right? So our last topic, and before I give you the last topic, I've just got to tell you one more time about the Action Pass. Please do not let this be the end of the journey, right? Right now, you can click the button to get your Access Pass. You'll get full access to the recordings of these 5 days. You'll get the access to the live Q&A session and the recording of that. It happens at 6 p.m. UK time tonight on the 30th of January. And then you're going to be able to join the Telegram group chat, where it's already kicking off, where on the 2nd of February, we're going to be starting our 30-day run. Monday to Friday, daily action steps, daily lessons, group accountability. You're going to love the accountability. At first, it's going to make you go like, wow. But when you get into the rhythm of it and the flow of it, and you see everyone else doing it, it's going to set you on fire. And of course, it's going to be a very, very positive environment. Every message you see from me is from me. Every video is recorded on that day. And you're going to love it. Okay? And then also, don't forget, on the 2nd of February, as soon as Monday comes, the price of Dare to Dream will go up. And if you're watching this right now and it's after the 2nd of February, because you're watching the recordings of this, then don't be surprised that the price is not the super, 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 super ridiculously low price, right? Because when we start the event, the live stream ticket will be about $200. And right now, it's not even a fraction of that. All right? So go check that out. You can click the blue button down below. Okay, challenge time. Let me introduce you to the game of 1,000. Now, with this game, there are 3 levels. There's bronze, which is level 1. There's silver, which is level 2. And there's gold, that's level 3. Now, I want you to make a decision knowing that whatever you said you are going to do, you are going to do it, and you're going to do it well. Don't tell yourself you're going to do all 3 levels if you know you won't be able to complete it. This is not going to be super easy, but it's not designed to be easy. It's a challenge. All right? Number 1 is to make 1,000 invites in 2026, which works out at about 3 a day, 3 per day. Are you in for number 1? Some of you are going to go, oh God, only 3 a day. No, I'm going to do the 10,000 challenge, right? You're going to do 10,000 invites. Great. But think about it. We have 14,000 people on this challenge. Let's say 7,000 of them made it here. 7,000 people do 1,000 invites in 2026. That's 7 million invitations in 2026 from this group. Let's say we really, really, really suck and we only convert 1%. That's 70,000 people joining the amazing network marketing profession within your organization. Like in terms of 70,000, some of them are going to be in your organization, some of them in someone else's. 70,000, that's insane. That's more than like Anfield, Liverpool Football Club's ground. Anyway, okay, let's get back to the point here. All right. Now, level 2, silver. And again, make the commitment. Am I going to do level 1? Yes or no? Level 2, silver. This is a little bit different. It's not going to be easy for everyone. 1,000 minutes of productivity a week in 2026, which works out between 16 to 17 hours. So 1,000 minutes of productivity a week in 2026. Are you going to do level 2? So level 2, by the way, is 1,000 invites in 2026 and obviously 1,000 minutes. But if you do 1,000 minutes, if you're productive for 16 to 17 hours a day, a week, 3 invites a day is going to be the easiest thing you've ever done. That's how this is designed to work. All right, make a decision whether you're going to do it or not. And remember, whatever you tell yourself and other people, you've got to commit to that. Otherwise, the universe will not serve you with success because it doesn't trust you. Last one. Although this should be the easiest, weirdly, it's probably the hardest. And if you think, oh, that's super easy, but you think that 16 to 17 hours a week is hard, then you really got to reassess the situation with the time that you're spending. All right? 1,000 posts on one social media platform that are public. Doesn't include stories, by the way, in 2026, which again works out at 3 posts on your feed a day. I've not even done this. To be fair, I've not needed to. And if I really want to go on a challenge, I'll do it. But right now, I don't need to, right? So I easily can do, obviously I can't invite people, but like in this situation, number 1 and number 2, I think is if you really want to stretch yourself in 2026, great start. But if you want to go beast mode and you want to win the gold medal, posting 1,000 times in 2026, 3 posts a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. Get into the routine of, unless you've got your family and you don't have your phone at the dinner table, having your breakfast, make a post. Having your lunch, make a post. Having your dinner, make a post. Messy action. These posts are going to have to be fast. They can't be perfect, but that's the idea. You pick a target market. You know what your who is. You know how you help them. You pick some hooks, and then bang, 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 bang. By day like 90, by day 100, you are going to know what works. And if not, at least you're going to know exactly how to create content. All right? So pick a level, whether it's going to be level 1, level 2, or level 3, and commit to that. Again, if you haven't got the All Access Pass, check it out. I will also upload these screenshots, these images of my notes inside the Frazer Plus, so you've got that. Guys, here's my question to you. Do you feel more fired up now than you did on Monday, the 26th of January, when we started this challenge? Because that was the idea. The idea was to get you a kickstart. The idea was for free, 30 minutes a day, to give you something that makes you go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It only takes one thing, and it would have been worth the 2.5, 3 hours that we've spent together. Whatever that thing is, whatever that energy is, make sure you utilize it. Go and transfer the fire that you've got onto your team. Go and transfer that fire, that energy, that passion that you've got, that conviction onto a prospect. Start conversations, right? If you haven't got anything from this, it's start 100 conversations with your warm list, right? Pick one of the games to play, the game of 1,000 invites, the game of 1,000 minutes a week, or the game of 1,000 posts on one social media, and go and play the game. I'm going to be cheering you on. Whether I know you or not, you're a network marketer. I'm going to cheer you on more than any other person in any other profession. I want you to win. And hopefully one day, if I come to your company event, your team event, you come to Dare to Dream, whatever it is, hopefully one day you'll be able to come to me and say, hey, Frazer, I did that challenge, that kickoff challenge, and everything changed for me. And I'll have the biggest smile on my face. I promise you that. And I'll be so proud. Go make yourself proud. Go make your family proud. I can't wait to see you on the next time. Our next challenge will be in May. So in May, we'll do a very social media specific challenge. And then we'll do another one, I think, in September or October. So for those of you who want to plan that with your teams and stuff, just be aware. Feel free to reach out to me if you want to promote those things as well. And I'll help you if I'm able to. And yeah, big love. Ciao. See you soon. Bye-bye.